Thank you for the warm welcome. A very good morning to you all. Mr. Santosh, other dignitaries on the desk, faculty members, parents and dear future business leaders. It's a great pleasure for me to be here this morning as a part of this edifice. And when Mr. Santosh met me a couple of months ago, he told me about this event and he told me how he is focusing on skill development. Because I'm very passionate about empowering young business leaders to achieve their career aspirations, to help them achieve their career dreams. I was very keen to be part of this event and I made sure that I'm here today with you today. First of all, I'd like to begin by thanking and congratulating the BCom students. I have come to know that they have done this program entirely by themselves. So huge round of applause for them. In my brief today I would like to cover a few points. As we have parents with us today, I would also like to focus upon the skill development, what they are doing and why is it important to develop the skills. And before we do that, we all know that at the moment we are going through several changes, economical, political, social, environmental, and all these problems are coming at the same time, which is making a lot of, giving us a lot of challenge. And in these tough times, challenging times, everyone is looking up to professional accountants as a force for good, those who can help the business propel and guide them through these difficult times. So the professional accountants have a very important role to play, very critical role to play in these challenging times in guiding the business and being business partner everywhere, wherever they work. And because of the central role they play and because of the accountancy profession, what it does, we all believe that accountancy as a profession has the unique power and unique ability to help build a better world and guide every business and every economy. Hence, there is more focus on the increasing role and importance of the professional accountants. But the question is, are the accountants ready to play that role? And what do they need before they play that role? We believe that they need to have the right skills, what we are talking about. Of course, when they pursue a qualification, they will get the technical knowledge, but what they need is the skills which is required in the workplace. And let's put some light on what those skills are. First of all, of course, every professional accountant would need the core technical knowledge, which is the knowledge about all accounting concepts, standards, principles. That is for sure they all need that. But now because of a lot of big data they access and they manage, there is need for analytical skills. They need to analyze the data. They need to not only analyze the past performance but also predict future performance, future predictions they need to do. So all this is done through analysis. So they should have analytical skills, which is very critical. And then once they have the analysis, they need to share with the stakeholders. For that they need communication skills. They need to communicate. And they need to have both written and oral communication, great communication skills, because they have to even talk to non-finance professionals. All the stakeholders may not be from the finance profession. So some of the shareholders, some of the stakeholders may be from non-finance background. Like some of you may be here today with not having the finance background. So how can we connect you with the business? So the professional accountants need to have communication skills so that they are able to connect with everyone. Then today's world is full of challenges. So they need to have problem solving skills. They need to solve the problems. For that they need to have critical skills, critical thinking. Again, this is a very core skill. Every employer is looking for critical thinking and problem solving skills. Then moving on, today's business is very complex. If a professional accountant is having only knowledge of the accounting and finance, he won't be able to work. He needs to have knowledge of the entire business. So commercial acumen, business acumen is very, very critical. Again, something employers are looking for from the young graduates. Then of course, it is a world full of challenges, and you can hear so many ethical issues. Accountants or even if they do even a simple unethical thing, the entire company would go and toss. So it is very, very critical that professional accountants are ethically sound. And at ACCA we say that not only we want good accountants, but accountants who are good as well. It is both knowledge as well as the behavior part, which is very important. Doing the right thing comes to ethical judgment. Then of course we have the technical knowledge. Besides the technical knowledge, we also need the technology knowledge of technology. Currently everything is being done by technology, and we can hear the technologies that is emerging now. We have AI everywhere in our operations, and of course automation robotics was long back, but now we have new technologies. So professional accountants need to be proficient with all the technologies, not only the existing but also the emerging technologies. Then comes this world where we have a lot of work to do with different colleagues within the team or within the business, but also outside. So you need a lot of collaboration tech skills. You need to collaborate very well within the business and outside the business. Then one thing is also very important these days is continuous learning. We know that everything around us is changing. What we learn today may or may not be applicable tomorrow. So one skill which is very critical today is continuous learning and adaptability, to be able to adapt to the changes. If we all want one message from today is that you need to develop this skill, being adaptable, wherever there is a change, adopt the change and adapt the change, and more importantly, the willingness and commitment to learn on a continuous basis. This is very, very critical. And then moving on, of course, because there is so much work to do these days, they also need one skill very critical, which is time management and getting organized. How do we do more in less time? How do we prioritize? There will be several issues here and there. We can't do everything together. So how to prioritize? How to do more in less time? So this is again another skill which people have to develop. And finally, I would touch the customer focus. Any business, if it has to survive and thrive, they all need to focus on customer. Any business. So customer focus is very, very critical. There was one saying I used to say, that when it was written on a business, it was written there, if you are satisfied, tell others. If not, tell us. Your satisfaction is our satisfaction. This is what the importance of customers. If they are satisfied, of course, they can spread the word of mouth and the business can flourish. So it is very important to focus on customers, be it finance function or any function. So these are some of the skills that all the professional accountants of today and tomorrow will have to focus on. I would like to also focus on a couple of other things, which is, besides skills, there is something called behaviors and the values, which is very, very important. And I would like to share some feedback from employers that behaviors, what they are seeing in the new generation, what we call Generation Z today, there is some concern being shared by the employers. May not be applicable to you, but you should be aware of what is happening with the young generation. Employers are saying that they don't have the focus, their ambitions, their expectations are too high. They want shortcuts, they want everything very soon, the young generation. It cannot happen, right? People have to have patience, have to work. And some employers are saying that people are joining them and leaving without any giving a notice because they got something, a slight more salary somewhere else. And this is the feedback given from employers in India. So I think we have to be very, very careful about our behaviors, not only here where we study but also where we work. And there is one news article, you all can Google and see, on Generation Z seeking jobs. It is a foreign article, but it is covered everywhere in the Indian news as well, where they have interviewed about 800 directors and CEOs on the new generation, their experience with new generation. And unfortunately, the experience what employers are sharing is not positive. Employers are very concerned about the new generation, how they are behaving. So there is a need for us to make sure that we are in line with what employers are looking for. Nothing to be afraid, but should know what is happening so that you don't do the same thing what others are doing. So now that we have learned about the skills, what we need to develop, how to get employed, I would like to focus upon other two things. One is how do we achieve anything what we would like to achieve. I want to share a formula for success. Very simple one. I hope it will be useful for all of us. They say that to achieve anything in life, you need three things. The first thing is the clarity of what you want to achieve. Sometimes we are not clear about what we want to achieve. We just say we want this, but what precisely what do you want in that? We are not clear. For example, someone may say, I want a good job. Yes, good job, but where? Which line? Which profession? If it is a certain profession, what position do you want to work in? So that clarity is very, very important. Unless you are clear, you won't be able to achieve your goal. That is clarity, first thing. Second thing, as we know that everything in this life has a cost. Nothing is free in this life. Cost may be financial cost may be your hard work, whatever it is, but everything has a cost. The second thing, find out what is the cost of achieving that first thing. What do you want to achieve? What is the cost of achieving that thing? And the third point, which is more important, is to resolve, to make a determination to pay that cost now. You have to pay in advance and full. In life, what you know very well, we can buy things on credit and pay later on. But in life, it's not possible. Here, whenever you want to achieve something, you have to pay in advance, you have to pay the price in full. So you have these three things: clarity of the goal, the cost, you know what you have to do for it, and you do it now. With this, you can achieve anything in your life. And I have seen that many students that struggle, they get inspiration from others, they know they want to change, they want to they are going to achieve the goal, but they don't know where to start. Sometimes they are very ambitious, they want to start everything, they want to change everything from the day one. It's not possible. You all need to start with small steps, but consistently if you do it, it becomes easier. But if you want to change altogether on day one, you cannot survive because you cannot do it continuously over the time. And there are many articles and books on this, on how to start with a small step, but these small steps are going to make a big change, big difference over the time. For example, when the aircraft is going in a particular direction, if it changes the direction by just 1 degree, little bit, same small step, for some time you won't see any difference in where the plane is going. But after a long time, the plane will go in a different country over the long time because that 1 degree has made the entire difference. Likewise, in your journey, in your daily life, you make a small step today, but do it again continuously. You make a big difference in your life over the time. So all these big changes, good habits, start with a small step, baby step. And I would like to also emphasize on the last point about the focus on what you have to achieve. Please be very clear what you want to achieve and focus on it until you achieve it. And for that, we all need something called motivation. Right? So remind yourself, why are you doing it? Why are you pursuing a CCA? Why do you have to work hard? Remind of the benefits. Remind yourself about the benefits that you will get at the end of it. The journey will become easier. So with those words, I would like to end here. But before I conclude, I just wanted to thank Mr. Santosh and everyone here for inviting me. It's a great pleasure being here and working closely with Logic. We are committing to supporting everyone here in the room, and I'm assuring the parents as well that we are here to support your children in not only pursuing a great qualification like ACCA, but also pursuing the career dreams in a great job, so that we all make our contribution to this great nation in the economic development. Thank you all the best.